Today's myth that I'm going to bust is that food helps solve separation anxiety. Mainly the enrichment games like Kongs, Licky Mats, Wobble Kongs, all that jazz. Why do people use it? Well, it's great to give your dog these enrichment games to do, especially for a dog who doesn't have separation anxiety. It's great when they're for a long time if you're worried about them being destructive. But when your dog has separation anxiety, this has many pitfalls and will not solve your dog's separation anxiety. Why? Because the first thing is, it can become a predictor of the scary experience. When you create a Kong prior to departing, your dog is aware that, hey, they only create this when they leave. So they get anxious knowing that becomes predictor of you departing. And we have to remember that this is a panic disorder. It's a medical condition, so they're not doing this out of spite, but they're doing this out of fear, so they know that you're departing and it's getting them worked up. It doesn't matter if you give them that Kong, they know that cue is predicting the scary outcome. And when you do give them that Kong and say they touch it or you depart, well, you're not really working on your dog's separation anxiety, you're tricking them. And they know that this Kong is there only for them when you leave. So if they're touching it, you might see two things. You might see them entirely lick the Kong clean, no issues, until the Kong's gone. And once the Kong's gone, they go into full-blown panic attack mode. And you hear the whining, crying, howling, pacing, lipping. You see everything that really makes you worried about their comfort. Or what you may see is them licking the Kong, interacting with the enrichment tool, but also crying and howling part way through the Kong every so often. They get through the Kong as a distraction, but they're still anxious and worried because you still hear their emotions come out. But once they finish the Kong, all the emotions come and they're back to full-blown, they're pacing, they're doing everything. So it's really not helpful in this situation. Or what may end up happening if you even introduce the Kong, they may even ignore it completely and just be full-blown anxiety-ridden, doing all their emotional responses to fear. This is why we don't recommend using food when working on long-time training with a dog who has separation anxiety. We want you to build some desensitization and continue to work on their alone time at their rate. Once you have a long duration of time, of successful time being alone, and they're comfortable, you can introduce the Kong again to give them something to do, because you know that they have this strong period of alone time, comfortability, and it's not predicting becoming a cue of departure. And if you don't use it as often or at all, and you do it once in a while to give them something to do with a nice treat, that's a-okay, but they have to have that long period of comfortable duration of alone time. Because some of them will interact with it knowing it's a trick, but they're still anxiety ridden as it shows. Your departure, we really want to get rid of that cue without it, and it would be tricking them. And dogs are smart to know that it's a trick when they are that anxiety ridden. Using food as a tool to just solve separation anxiety is a complete utter myth. It's great for dogs who don't have it and you want to give them something to do when you depart, but dogs who do, it truly isn't the answer. So, if you have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment box below. Please like, share, and subscribe for more Libra Dog content, and we will bust another myth for you in the future.